Many people diagnosed as HER2 negative may actually have HER2 low metastatic breast cancer.
That's why I dug a little deeper.
Asked my doctor questions.
And wanted another look.
I feel in control now because I learned about Enhertu.
Enhertu is for adults who have HR-positive HER2-low or HR-positive HER2 ultra-low breast cancer that cannot be removed by surgery or is metastatic, and who have received one or more hormone treatments for metastatic disease. Enhertu is a targeted therapy that specifically targets HER2 on cancer cells. Enhertu helped people live longer without their cancer growing or spreading compared to chemotherapy.
Your doctor will do tests to ensure Enhertu is right for you. Enhertu can cause serious side effects, like lung problems that may lead to death, low white blood cell counts that are common and sometimes severe, and problems with your heart pumping blood. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening shortness of breath, trouble breathing, signs of infection, cough, fever, chills, feeling tired, swelling of ankles or legs, irregular heartbeat, sudden weight gain, dizziness, or loss of consciousness. Enhertu can harm your unborn baby. Talk to your doctor about pregnancy, breastfeeding, and defective
and those second chance points are hurting him from Wake.
Anish, Dennis will see at the half.
That's spot on. Wake's got 12 second chance points, plus 10 in rebounding, 9-3 average in offensive rebounds.
Effort, paying attention to detail now.
Kehoe, not a very good free throw shooter, but he makes the first one. 47% on the season, and as the coaches will tell you, that's much improved.
Well, I've had this thing all year long when I see big guys at the free throw line. One is like, hey, I'm going to invite you to Shooter's Paradise, and I want him to get back-to-back.
You played with Shaq.
Hey, as Shaq would say to me, I make it when I need to. I make it when I need to. But that's one thing for young big men at home. Just find a way to find a rhythm. There's a one dribble, two dribble. Find the touch, find the feel so that ball comes off your fingertips so you can make a higher clip. Otherwise, you've seen what's going on today basketball. They take you out the game because you become a liability.
Mason, no good. Tipped in the air to Cole.
Good pass.
Up ahead to Kim. And a rare turnover by Navy, just their third. We cover the ACC a lot. Notre Dame has a big man, Carson Tout. He started resorting to using the bank on free throws.
He was building the bank, but sometimes that thing was hitting the backboard so hard. But once again, I give him credit for trying to figure out a way to make them.
Harris on the drive, through the contact, and
that's the different Juke Harris from last year. Understanding that I can shoot more threes, but get to the paint. Wait, the other team's in foul trouble. Back to the free throw line. Three the old-fashioned way.
Second foul on Benini. And Harris, a perfect 5 of 5 at the line. A game-high 12 for Juke Harris. Averages 21. Donovan Draper. Kehoe wants it. Draper, baseline. Kim with the rebound knocked away.
Big time
Stay with
rebound.
David.
Okay, Kim. I didn't know you could go upstairs like that and rebound. That was nice.
Ji-Nu Kim, junior from Overland Park, Kansas. On the floor with Wake's Cooper Schwieger. They were high school teammates. Kehoe, good position, doubled.
Draper should have shot that one.
Spillers. It comes back to Harris. Calmes, catch, release, short. Another offensive board. Schwieger, no call, the bucket's good.
Yeah, good no call. I thought Kim was there in time, but once again, another offensive rebound by Wade.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take 1-2.
I had over $47,000 of debt. I'm used to taking care of myself. The debt was just something I couldn't fix on my own.
Whether it's credit card, medical, or personal loan debt, National Debt Relief can help you to become debt-free.
National Debt Relief reduced my debt by over $27,000. You can get out of debt, and I am proof.
Call or visit nationaldebtrelief.com to get started.
Coverage of the NCAA men's basketball tournament continues on CBS, TBS, TNT, and True TV. For tournament game times and the networks, go to NCAA.com. So a good one in the first four last night. Texas clipping NC State. Valiant run late by the Wolfpack, but falling a bit short.
Well, we always have these debates in situations like that. Do you call timeout? Do you not call timeout? So some coaches believe call timeout, and the others don't, because you don't want the defense to get set, or you don't want your defensive lineup to get in. Texas, ISO situation. As the kids say, get to your favorite bag move, rise up and knock it down, buzzer beater.
Should be a fun one tonight. Miami, Ohio against SMU. The Redhawks out of the MAC went 31-1.
And for SMU, it's that backcourt. You talk about Pierre and Miller, Booby Miller.
But they get B.J. Edwards back.
Come
Their
on.
defensive stopper.
That's the piece they've been missing since he's been injured. And the triple-double, so he impacts it on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, he's had a couple of those this year. Draper's been hesitant. And a turnover as they tried to force it to Kehoe. Calmes hits the turbo. Skip to Calmes. Harris to Schwieger, fumble. Schwieger retrieves against Kehoe, got the block.
Yeah, good time. Should I say big time defense by Kehoe, not fouling, big time block.
Panini's got 10. Intercepted. That ankle looks good for Calmes, both of them do. Well, there was real worry down the stretch that his season would be done. Calmes, step back. He's left a few shots short tonight.
If he doesn't miss those 10, 11 games, I think they're in the tournament. I think their record's better, they're playing better, and feeling good about themselves.
He hurt his right ankle in late January, missed a month, first game back, injures the other ankle.
Good luck, right?
Did come back for the ACC tournament, scored 20 points in 25 minutes in Wake's last game, a second-round loss to Clemson.
It's just hard to miss that many games, partner, and not feel rusty. You feel rested, you feel healed up, but that rhythm you were playing with, you had a couple buzzer beaters this year. He was playing really good basketball before that injury.
Benini to Kehoe. Shot clock at 5. Benini spin cycle, no. Draper missed on the follow. Out of bounds to Navy, to the consternation of the crowd.
Well, good work once again by Navy. Benini got another good shot. Finger roll, little short. Draper right on time, a little short again. Kehoe rebounding.
Pennick open for 3. That hits. His third 3. He's got a team high at the rim. And Navy hanging around, only down 4, despite not rebounding, and Wake having a big free throw advantage.
Yeah, be a little tougher on the defensive side of the ball, rebound the ball more, and just knock down some open shots because you're having good offense. And last but not least, take better care of the ball. 4 or 5 bad turnovers.
Winner of this game gets either Illinois State or Kent State in round 2 of the NIT. Let's get you to the studio now at Zubin.
Anish, 3D, thank you very much. We welcome you inside the halftime report with Sean Farnham. I'm Zubin Mehenti. You know, the way things are going for Navy, can pick up their 27th win of the year. Great for the midshipmen. But there is a service academy that's really had a spiral in men's basketball, and that's Air Force. Today, they hired Joe Crispin, the former Penn State assistant and star player with the Nittany Lions, to become their head coach. Sean, they need a total reset. They let head coach Joe Scott go after his treatment of some players surfaced in January. They're coming off a 3-win season. They have not made the tournament in 20 years. What do you make of a fit like this?
I think it's a great hire. I think you had to think outside the box, and you go back to his time as the head coach of Rowan University. They won 114 games. His offense is innovative. They space the floor. This is not going to be the Princeton offense by any stretch of imagination. It's a lot of freedom. It's understanding how to play the game without the ball and getting to spots. He's been innovative at that end of the floor. I think it's going to be a fun offense to watch at Air Force. And, of course, his brother, John Crispin, one of our colleagues here. And he had a great career in the NBA before he went overseas to play, and he's been an assistant at Penn State for the last couple of years. But for Air Force, a very good hire.
No doubt. He played for the Lakers and the Suns in the NBA. When we continue here on the halftime report, it's now time for Miami of Ohio to either validate it or the skeptics win. So can the Red Hawks do it? Sean with the preview of tonight's big first 4 game next.
Let's just go inside.
No. Hold on. Okay. Go. It's gonna turn on right now.
Take your break. Yes, I told you. Okay. Do not have long to go. Hurry up, let's go. Remember me. Yes, I'm the one made you see.
Are you over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days? I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. Call now for this free book on maximizing your income in retirement. Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers from one of the nation's leading financial firms. That's right, free. This book reveals little-known truths about annuities in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now, because we're about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known truths we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity, and it's free. Call 800-370-4206. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report. We researched numerous products and summarized rates and benefits of annuities, all from Silac Insurance Company. Call 800-370-4206. That's 800-370-4206. Call now.
Things at work don't always work. But with EasyCater, the food always does. Quarterly reports. Connection unstable? EasyCater always comes through.
I think it's looking pretty good.
The presentation drags on? EasyCater keeps things streamlined. Client canceled? EasyCater always shows up. Every day works better with EasyCater. Learn more at easycater.com.
What if your body didn't have to hurt after being active? Introducing Stogo, the only apparel with adjustable medical-grade support designed to help you overcome injuries, minimize pain, and regain the confidence to get back out there. Engineered with high-strength cables that reinforce the body and control dials that allow you to adjust the support. Stogo is trusted by professionals, world-class athletes, and weekend warriors who all want one thing: more activity and less pain. Learn more at Stoco.com.
What else captures the whole country? For 1 month, college basketball unites the whole country.
Sox for the win! UNBC makes history!
you name any two teams to get to the national finals, you pick them.
Let's play some basketball. Let's go. That's a long way. Puts it up. Chalmers for the tie. Chickens for the championship.
That will get your heart racing as you think about the Midwest region and just how slim the margins are between getting in and getting out. We're watching Wake Forest tonight, but the team that Sean's about to hone in on really just finished one game ahead of the Demon Deacons in the ACC. And Sean, that got them into the first four tonight.
Yeah, we talk about that first four matchup. And of course, the team that you're talking to about the ACC squad is SMU. And they're playing against a team that only lost one game throughout the course of the entire regular season and conference tournament. And of course, we're talking about the Miami Redhawks. All right, let's start with SMU, though, because there's some problems for Miami University when you look at it trying to stop a guy like Boopie Miller, averaging over 19 points per game, so efficient off the attack. I mean, he plays so strong off the bounce, and when the ball is in his hands, he facilitates that offense. He helps get the ball, in particular, to the length on the back line. If the defense steps up and tries to cut him off, he's going to find guys around the basket for easy buckets. Meanwhile, Pete Suter, a balanced Miami, Ohio team, but he's the guy that leads the way, averaging over 14 points per game, very efficient from beyond the arc, and in particular in late game situations. This has been a team that's played a lot of tight, close games. They want the ball in his hands, making plays. We'll have a big discussion about Miami, Ohio. If they lose this game, did they deserve to be in? The answer is yes. Win or lose, they deserve to be in. Who do I favor in this matchup? It's the Mustangs of SMU.
Tip-off an hour and 15 minutes away. Navy got eliminated from their conference tournament on an essential half-court buzzer beater. They're hoping this postseason tournament turns out a little bit different. Back with more of the Halftime Report next.
Don't you hate that dirty old hose? It kinks, splits, and it always leaks. And it's way too heavy to carry around. It's time to get the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead. Just turn on the water and watch it grow to a full-size hose. It stretches and expands like a rubber band. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the new Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees. Just connect to the spigot and watch it pivot. And when you turn off the water, away it goes, shrinking back to a pocket-size hose. And it makes it easy to carry and put away. Copperhead. It's the hose that grows and pivots, flexes, and sprays. It puts itself away for another day. The Pocket Hose is so unique and so innovative, it was awarded over 100 patents. Call or go online now to get the super light 25-foot Pocket Hose Copperhead today for only $39.99. But wait, order right now and you'll receive an instant $10 discount. So it's only $29.99. And it gets better. Order right now and get our copper spray nozzle with our exclusive thumb drive free. Simply use your thumb to turn it on or off. And with 10 unique patterns, you'll have a setting for every job. A $30 value. Yours free with every 50-foot Copperhead. Plus, Copperhead comes with a full 10-year warranty. It's that durable. That means you can order right now with total confidence. But this special offer is not available in stores or on Amazon. So order right here, right now. And with rising costs, this may be your last chance at this low price. There is a strict limit of 3 per order. So don't wait. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-713-8851 or visit getcopperhead.com. So call 1-800-713-8851 or visit getcopperhead.com. Order now.
Just wasted an hour learning how to use this finance app. Really? Mine just saved me $720. What? I think this one only tracks my spending, if I can even get that to work. Why don't you just get Rocket Money? What's that? It's an app that tracks all your spending across all your accounts and finds you ways to save money. I'm interested. Look, in one view, I can see all my upcoming bills and when I get paid, so I know exactly how much I have left to spend. Wow, so how does it save you money? It looked at all my reoccurring charges and found where I was getting double charged for subscription subscriptions I forgot I even had. So did you cancel them? Yep, right in the app. It also tries to get you a refund on that lost money. So far, I saved hundreds on canceling subscriptions alone. That's impressive. Too bad it can't get me a refund all the time I lost trying to use that budget app. Rocket Money will also make you a budget based on your actual income and spending habits. It's exactly what I've been looking for. What's it called again? Rocket Money.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NCAA for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any picture, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NCAA consent is prohibited.
We're back. Dayton and Bradley are next here on the U. All 31 games of the NIT on ESPN Networks, but you've got your eye on another couple games tonight.
Yeah, I really like that Nevada Wolfpack game against Murray State. They got a freshman by the name of Peyton White to come off the bench. These opportunity maybe get extra minutes for younger guys that you're building towards for next year. Day-Day Ames has been unbelievable for Cal and Mark Madsen. Much improved at the defensive end from where they were a year ago. They were sitting on that bubble thinking about a potential NCAA tournament bid. A couple losses down the stretch knocked them out that line, but an opportunity to extend their season and continue to build momentum for Mark Madsen.
Now, speaking of teams that are in the field, Prairie View A&M and Lehigh right now in the first four. The winner will end up getting top seed Florida in the South. It is a 2-point game. That's the men's first four. Women's first four on ESPN2 as we speak. This is Cal and Hake, and Nebraska took a 2-point lead to the locker room. We'll wait to see what happens in the second half with Stephen F. Austin and Missouri State to follow tonight on ESPN2. Every game of the NIT on ESPN, and much like the D1, D2, and D3 championship, a champion of this tournament crowned in Indy in April. Second half on the way.
No way. I think he's gonna do it. This might be a good moment to share. Ma, you seeing this?
Hey, baby, I'm here.
When the connection matters, it has to be AT&T.
Baby's first selling.
Bro, no charge call?
A cleaned up mess will cost you less, 'cause HEB has price cuts. And baby poo, that costs less too.
HEB has cut thousands of prices on the things you use most. So look for the tags and save.
Modelo tastes good, but that post-double shift Modelo, that yard work's done Modelo, or that finally off your feet Modelo. The one you earn is just better. That Modelo is the mark of a fighter.
It's always treat season at DQ, home of the Blizzard treat and all your soft serve favorites.
It's just like our new house. I hope you have an American Home Shield warranty. Leaky toilet? Fixed. Oven beyond repair? If AHS can't fix your covered item, then replace it, no matter its age. Sign up today at ahs.com.
They say there are 27 human emotions, and they all happen here. But it wouldn't be a business without every tap, scan, and unforgettable moment. That's where Comcast Business comes in, with a network powering over 30 venues across 10 professional leagues for over 50 million fans every year. Just like him. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Introducing Gatorade Lower Sugar. No artificial colors. No artificial flavors. No artificial sweeteners. And 75% less sugar. Gatorade Lower Sugar. Hydrates better than water. Is it in you?
From the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power, the Ego 22-inch aluminum deck mower with Select Cut is the most powerful mower in its class, featuring an aluminum deck that allows for extreme blade speeds, producing the perfect razor-sharp cut. Designed for durability that's guaranteed for life. All powered by Ego's patented 56-volt arc lithium battery. One battery powers all tools. Find an Ego retailer near you.
That was something that no one had ever seen before, ever.
NIT first-round action continues from Winston-Salem. Wake Forest leading Navy 38-34 at the break. The winner will take on either Illinois State or Kent State in round 2. And Ish Schroff, Dennis got 3D and 4K tonight. Look at that laser. Jordan Pennant came to play. He came to the Joel. He's a streaky shooter. So far, a good streak.
Yeah, so far, so good. The ball movement has been really good for Navy. They're getting anything they want when they run their offense. The problem is the shots cannot be consistent enough. But for Pennant, he's doing an excellent job coming off the pin down, relocating, finding the open spots, then putting the ball on the floor with good patience. That time it's good to be lucky, but you get to the paint and you attack. And right there's a little step-back fade shot. Navy is getting everything they want when they move the ball. Now, for Juke Harris, it's about attacking the paint. Yes, you look at Wake, they are, 2 of 16 from 3. Why are they in this ball game? Attacking the paint, getting to the free throw line, not selling for jump shots. That's been Juke Harris' secret sauce for tonight, why Wake has the lead.
Wake's been to the line 14 times, and they're perfect at the foul line. Big edge on the glass for Wake as well. They did a lot of their work with second chance points in that first half.
Well, when you showed me the stat, 5 of 26 for both teams shooting threes, that's safe to say this is not shooter's paradise. We need to drive the ball to the basket more.
But Nene can do.
Why are homeowners so stressed? Breakdowns are expensive. This is bad. Luckily, AHS can protect items you use every day, no matter how old they are. Yes. American Home Shield. Sign up today at ahs.com.
Averaged 85 points per game. That wasn't even top in the MAC. A lot of really good offensive squads in that conference this year.
Well, a lot of good offensive teams and a lot of good guards. Great guard play, quick guards, fast guards who can make plays and really shoot the ball like we talked about in the beginning.
Touches the ball, he's looking for a three-point shot.
How about Landon Wolf? He used to be at Northern Iowa, a guy who was just known as a shooter, but has been doing much more for this Illinois State team, bringing energy and effort on both ends of the floor.
Already 3 three-point attempts. That's his first make for 5 points on the evening as Des Briscoe misses at the cup.
And you see Illinois State going to a little bit of zone, trying to mix it up against Kent State.
It's the 15th appearance for Illinois State in the NIT, last time in 2017. 5 in the Missouri Valley in three-point percentage, 35% as a team this year. Already taken 6 here in the opening 6 minutes. Medley to Morgan Safford in the corner. Has just struggled to find a shot. He was just 3 for 12 in the MAC semifinal loss against Akron. Need him to get going. 14 points per game. Mentioned Landon Wolf, the transfer from Northern Iowa. He started off the year, Devo, first 13 games, just 3 of 20 from three-point range. The last 19 games, nearly 50% from distance, 31 for 66 coming into this one.
Well, he's been doing a great job on both ends of the floor, and like we stated before, coming from Northern Iowa, he was just known as a shooter, but talking to Coach Peden earlier in shoot-around, he's been much more than that, giving energy and effort on the defensive side of the ball, tough, physical, glue guy. And now you see him being consistent, knocking down the open shot.
Pulled down 5 rebounds a game as well. Here's Kinziger, high arcing three as Johnny Kinziger, his second triple.
You can never count this guy out. He's just the heart and soul of this Illinois State team. Toughness, he's going to bring it every single game.
This for Kent State. Kinziger, top 10 all-time in three-pointers made for the Redbirds. He's 5'11". He found some space. Tyreek Coleman inside to Brandon Lieb. 3 years at Illinois. The missed hook shot cleaned up by Ty Pence underneath.
And Eric, was great initial defense by Briscoe, but they just got to be there to clean it up. Great job by Illinois State to continue to play.
An 11-1 run for the Redbirds as Kent State takes the timeout. 13-19 left to go in half number 1, round 1 of the NIT.
Modelo tastes good, but that first degree in the family, Modelo. That promotion, Modelo. Or that traveled all day to surprise Abuela, Modelo. The one you earned is just better. That Modelo is the mark of a fighter.
Here at DQ, it's always treat season because Sundays can happen any day. It's always a good time to shake things up, and a new blizzard blows in every month.
DQ, that's what I like about Texas.
Illinois State 11-1 run to take a 15-7 lead here at home. Kent State nearly turning it over. They did turn it over. What an effort by Tyreek Coleman. Gets back on the floor, stripped out of bounds by Sion Medley. Not what you want out of a timeout, Devo, is to come out and turn the ball over.
It was great hustle back by Medley to get back in the play, but I think the zone of Illinois State is really stagnating the offense of Kent State. Illinois State doing a great job of just being active.
That's how the Redbirds got here. Sort of an inconsistent year, according to Coach Ryan Peden, sweeping Northern Iowa in the regular season and then losing in the conference tournament as Chase Walker just bulldozes through 2 Kent State players, and it's now a 13-1 run for the Redbirds.
Well, don't worry about the double team. I'm just going to go right through it, and he's showing his strength and agility. Great touch around the rim. Chase Walker, great finish.
That's what I call the Miley Cyrus play, the wrecking ball. Right
exactly. We got a couple wrecking balls out there.
Rob Whaley is one of them. Finesses that one up and in.
Eric, a heck of a front court battle that we got. A couple all-conference guys, a grad student in Rob Whaley who might be in the NFL next year.
Like a former Kent State player, Antonio Gates, who went from the basketball court to a Hall of Fame NFL career. Coach Peden and Coach Senderoff actually both on staff for Jim Christian back in the day at Kent State. Both coaches telling us today they're some of their best friends in the business. They talk to each other all the time. In fact, Coach Peden broke the news to Coach Senderoff that his team made it into the NIT before he even got a call from his administration. Coach Senderoff wasn't even sure they would get an invitation to the NIT. They did. It was from one of his best friends. We'll be back in a second.
No, I think he's gonna do it. This might be a good moment to share. Ma, you seeing this?
Hey, baby, I'm here.
When the connection matters, it has to be AT&T.
Baby's first Sally.
Bro, no charge call?
Swing easy, King. Let the clubs do the work. Remember to rotate those hips.
I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday.
This is Jess. She needs her money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses U.S. Bank Bank Smartly Checking and Savings, earning her better rewards from day one, dollar one. That's the power of Jess, and this is the power of us.
Hello, I'm Emma Stone. For over 20 years, my domain name, emmastone.com, was unavailable. I carried this burden in silence, living in constant fear of losing more and more domain names. Visit Squarespace today and avoid years and years of anguish. Sincerely, I'm Emma Stone.
Modelo tastes good, but that got the electrical working Modelo. That landed the trick Modelo. Or that can finally sit down Modelo. The one you earned is just better. That Modelo is the mark of a fighter.
AHS presents the ups and downs of homeownership. The water heater isn't working, and you don't know what to do. But AHS can help in real time over video chat. Fix it over video chat with American Home Shield. Sign up today at ahs.com.
Arby's Meat in 3 Box includes your choice of classic roast beef or crispy chicken, and now you can also get the Big Crispy Fish Sandwich. So get your choice of meat and 3 sides, all for just $7.99.
Arby's, we have the meats.
Join us for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving this Wednesday, where 100% of sales will be donated to support Special Olympics athletes.
It's basically like doing this.
Join us this Wednesday for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving. Be a sub above.
Everyone has free offers on the latest phones, but T-Mobile gives you a lot more. T-Mobile families save over $3,700 versus the other big guys. And our experience plans include amazing benefits, plus our 5-year price guarantee. Switch to T-Mobile to save on a big...
It's under 12 minutes to go here in half number 1. Eric Rothman, Eric Devendorf with you in Normal, Illinois. Illinois State shooting 50% from the floor, a 17-9 lead here at home. The Winston-Salem region of the NIT. Kent State, they've struggled from the floor, one of their last 10. As Illinois State has mixed up their defensive looks, and it's given Kent State fits, and another turnover on the Golden Flashes, their third.
They're doing a great job of loading up off of that weak side and being ready for the help. Eric, here's a guy in Coleman who, he's one of those guys where you can give him the ball and tell him to go get a bucket. He's been having an unbelievable freshman year.
Number 6 all-time freshman scoring for Illinois State. Really deep backcourt for Coach Peden. That shot by Landon Moore was either tipped or disrupted badly. Not a great look. A senior from just down the road in Bloomington. Safford charging in. Drew contact, no whistle, but gets the bucket. Morgan Safford, they need him to get going offensively.
Well, he did a good job of cutting to the rim after that double team came on Whaley. Those earlier possessions, Kent State's doing a bad job of moving without the ball. They got to be able to cut or exchange on that weak side.
Second leading scorer this year at 14 points per game for Kent State. Labo caught midair, finds Coleman in the corner. Levon Griffith, the transfer from Cincinnati, is coming off the bench, pulling down the rebound. Go inside to Whaley. Coach Senderoff telling us they want to play inside out. They execute it there, and an offensive rebound for Delrico Gillespie. Williamson, second chance on this possession, not there. Whaley saved it from going out of bounds as he collides with somebody sitting next to the Illinois State bench. If I'm sitting courtside, Devo, I don't want to see Rob Whaley Jr. coming at me when I'm sitting in the chair.
You see right here, he's hustling his butt off right here, and that's really what's keeping Kent State alive is those second and third possessions. Illinois State has to be able to clean that up, but when the ball goes into the post to Whaley or Gillespie and they bring the double team, that weak side is just standing there. They have to cut through the middle and make the defense move or exchange on that weak side so they can get some open opportunities.
Whaley, 6'7", 290 to see your life flash before your eyes if that guy is coming into your seat, coming into your lap. Kinziger goes inside, good pick and roll. Walker got rid of it quickly. Post defense by Kent State. Walker pops out for a 3. How about that? Chase Walker, just a 28% three-point shooter on the year.
He does such a great job of playing out of that short roll and making really good decisions. And we talked to Coach Pete early. He said he could shoot the ball, and you see him stepping out right now, knocking it down. Great overall player.
Good feed by the cousin, Rob Whaley Jr., to his younger cousin, Del Rico.
They've been doing that since teenagers. They have that chemistry. It's like the other one already knows what the other one wants to do. And
they bicker on the court as well.
Yes,
courtside.
Absolutely. They could do that with each other, but they've been having a heck of a year in that front court for Kent State.
Walker, left hand inside. Good start to this game. Chase Walker's got 9 points.
Well, Kent State has to figure out how to push him away from the rim a little bit more. If Chase Walker gets the ball in that paint, it's night-night for another team. He's too good using his body and too good of a decision maker.
Back-to-back years voted first team All-Missouri Valley. Safford in the corner. He got himself going by driving, and then that opens up, gets him a little bit more comfortable for the three-point shot.
Well, Safford, he's a guy who's scored almost 1,400 points in his career. He's an honorable mention All-MAC player. He could score the basketball, and it's a great job by Medley right there, 2 feet in the paint and hitting the open man.
Spent time at Miami, Ohio, and Wofford did Safford. And one. Good drive by Landon Wolf.
Hey, Eric, how about Landon Wolf in this first half? Cutting to the basket, dunking the basketball, stepping out, knocking down the threes, and see him right here with the straight line drive. Tough finish at the rim.
7 points on 3 of 5 from the floor for Landon Wolf. Redshirt senior from Cedar Falls, Iowa. He's averaging just 7 points, 5 boards a game, so he's already at his points per game average, just over halfway through half number 1.
I think Illinois State is a team who does it as a collective unit on both sides of the ball. Obviously, we know Chase Walker is the guy. He's the engine for this team. But all these other guys, talk about Wolf and Kinziger and Skunberg, these guys are capable of scoring the basketball. They're doing a great job playing as a unit.
Yeah, we really have Keith Skunberg, who shoots 42% from 3. So another weapon for Coach Peden. Good block inside by the 7-footer, Brandon Lieb. Here is Skunberg. Turn and fire. Landon Wolf absolutely feeling it. 11 first half points for Landon Wolf as Safford takes the contact, gets the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
How about Chase Walker? Stepping outside, knocking it down, doing it on the inside. Chase Walker, first team, All-Missouri Valley.
Progressive makes it easy to get a quick commercial auto quote online, so you can get back to all your other to-dos.
Didn't I say trim?
This is better.
See if you can save money at progressivecommercial.com.
My sister's kid.
Swing easy, King. Let the club do the work. Remember to rotate on the down. I'm easy. Gotta remember to keep your head down, LeBron. I'm easy like remember, nice and slow. That is out of bounds. That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning.
A cleaned up mess will cost you less, 'cause H-E-B has price cuts. And baby poo, that costs less too.
H-E-B has cut thousands of prices on the things you use most, so look for the tags and save.
This is Jess, sports reporter, educator, game changer. She needs her money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses U.S. Bank Bank Smartly checking and savings, earning her better rewards from day one, $1. Proof that when we all work together, we're unstoppable. You got this, Jess.
We got this.
That's the power of Jess. And this is the power of us.
Modelo tastes good, but that first degree in the family, Modelo. That promotion, Modelo. Or that traveled all day to surprise Abuela, Modelo. The one you earned is just better. That Modelo is the mark of a fighter.
If your child has moderate to severe eczema, they can stay ahead of it with Dupixent for clearer skin and noticeably less itch. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Ask your child's doctor about Dupixent, approved to treat kids as young as 6 months.
That's Wayne Gretzky.
Who's Wayne Gretzky?
He was accepted into the Hall of Fame.
That's nice. But with Discover, I get accepted basically anywhere. No, I got it, Dwayne Jetski.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places nationwide.
Head coach Ryan Peeden's got to be happy with the start for the Redbirds. 55% from the floor. A 28-18 lead. Fourth year here at Illinois State, really building a foundation for this program. But has so many connections in the MAC. I mentioned earlier how he was on staff with Rob Senderoff under Jim Christian at Kent State in the early 2000s. Peeden actually started his career as a grad assistant for Charlie Coles at Miami, Ohio. Coach for Todd Kowalczyk at Toledo. Coach for now Akron head coach John Gross when he was the head coach at Illinois. I was joking with Peeden earlier. I said, I think you've worked with or for about 75% of the MAC coaches. And an Ohio guy and native of the state, went to College of Worcester, which is about an hour away from Kent State. And there you see on the bench back in the early 2000s, there is Rob Senderoff on the right and Coach Peeden on the left. A little grainy photo, but you know, back in the day. Actually, Coach Peeden joining the Golden Flashes staff a year after they went to the Elite Eight with the aforementioned Antonio Gates that we talked about earlier.
And there's another guy on that staff to the right of Coach Senderoff, who was my assistant coach at Syracuse, and Rob Murphy. So,
former Eastern Michigan head coach, another MAC connection.
Yep, 10 seasons at Eastern Michigan. But Coach Peeden, he's just done a great job of progressing. Each year they're getting better, and he talked about they're not where they want to be yet, but the positive thing is they're progressing and they're going in the right direction.
Chase Walker missed the bunny, but got a foul call. It's a great pass inside by Tyreek Coleman. Talk about progressing. How about the individual progression of Chase Walker? We were talking to Peeden at the shoot-around today, and he showed us a picture. Chase Walker was 340 pounds when he came to Illinois State as a freshman and completely changed his body around, got serious about his fitness, weighing in at 280 now. So he's dropped 60 pounds since he started 3 years ago. And as we talked about, a two-time first-team all-conference member and one of the best forwards in the Missouri Valley.
That says a lot about him as a person, him being able to lock in and focus, knowing he has to get his body right. If he gets his body right, he's going to be able to be on the floor more. If he's on the floor more, it's going to help his team a lot more. And he's done a great job of transforming his body, being able to play more minutes. And you can see a two-time all-conference selection. He's done a great job of transforming his body and transforming into a really, really good player.
Sion Medley scoreless here in the first half. Kicked it out to Magnus Entenmann. Foul on the rebound underneath is against Kent State. They call it on Morgan Safford. What do you see it from Kent State right now? Just kind of struggling to get anything going offensively.
Well, yeah, and they got on a little run where they made 5 field goals in a row, but they're giving up buckets on this side of the ball. In all season, right, they haven't been a great defensive team. They're giving up almost 80 points, but this is win or go home right here, Eric. So they got to be able to find a way to really lock in the half-court side of the ball and be able to get some stops.
Just 32% right now. Here's Tyreek Coleman for Illinois State. Just over 7 minutes to go in half number 1. Walker against Entenmann. Good ball fake. Skunberg reigns into 3.
And I just love the patience by Chase Walker. He didn't force anything. He waited till the double team came. He swung it out. They got the swing, great knockdown. And you see right there, Kinzinger.
Weike, who turned it over, came and brought Kinzinger down to the ground.
Look at the patience right here by Walker. He waits till the double team comes. He hits the open man, gets a swing. Great ball fake right there by Skunberg. And he's the best three-point shooter on the team. He's had the most makes this year and also the highest field goal percentage, three-point field goal percentage.
Yeah, 42% for the grad transfer from North Dakota State. Sharpshooter actually in his 6th year because he missed all of last year with a foot injury, so still riding that extra year of COVID and the medical red shirt. As freshman for Kent State Weidke, boy, came in, made the turnover, and goes right back to the bench. And getting an earful from Coach Senderoff as Kinziger hits the free throws.
In this landscape now of college basketball, if you can get an extra year, take it.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
trying to get as many as I can. I actually still have 1 year left, so.
Oh, yeah. Well, there may be a new coach of the Cuse next year. Maybe they'll give you a call.
And there you go.
Largest lead of the game for Illinois State. Stagnant offense for Kent State here in the first half.
Just the ball's sticking too much. They got to get some pace with the ball.
Safford, his 3 lips out. Safford 1 for 5 from three-point land.
And the thing is with Kent State, when you're playing like that and the ball's sticking, every shot is going to be a hard shot.
It was a loose ball as Kinziger lost it. They call a foul against Kent State. It's the 8th team foul on the Golden Flashes, so 1-1 for Kinziger.
Tell you what, how about this guy right here? I mean, he is fearless.
Yeah.
Tough, heart and soul of this team, and that's what Coach Peden told us. He's a guy who is not afraid of anything. He's not having the best year shooting percentage-wise, but he's still a guy who's confident as ever, will step into it and knock down the shot, and he wants to take the big shot.
Well, his role, it seems like, kind of talking to Coach Pete, changed a little bit from last year, where Kinziger was the 2nd leading assist man on the team last year. He's the 1st leading assist man this year, and not to say that he's getting less opportunities to shoot, but he's having to do more than he was asked to do maybe a year ago.
And I think the good thing about him, he just wants to win games. So whatever the coach asks him to do, he's going to do it. He had to score a little bit more last year. This year, he's more of a table have success.
7-0 run for the Redbirds. Sion Medley still scoreless in this first half, and that jump shot did not look good. Walker, spin cycle, just pawed at it as he was in the lane. Kick out to Skunberg, who missed the 3.
Really, Kent State got away with a foul.
Got away with a couple of them. Illinois State 6 for 13 from deep. Kent State just 2 for 12. And nearly turned it over again, and they did.
Well, Eric, they just have no rhythm to their offense. There's no flow. It's pass, and guys are doing stuff that they're not normally doing in the game.
My apologies. I thought that was a turnover. Actually, a foul called against Illinois State. It was on Tyree Coleman, his first. It's 2.5-minute scoring drought for Kent State. Medley just inside the free throw line. Sion Medley just can't buy a bucket. He averages 11 points per game, scoreless here in the opening half. Walker triple teamed. Loose ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Illinois State.
Well, Aaron, I thought that was a good possession right there for Kent State. They did a good job of getting some movement off the handoff, and Medley doing a good job of getting into the paint. You just got to be able to finish it.
Physicality down low, especially when Walker has touched the ball. Not drawing as many fouls as he would like. He's top 20 in the nation in fouls drawn this year. Goes over Intimate. Rayvon Griffith, the rebound.
Both these teams get to the free throw line at a high clip.
Top 10 in the country for Kent State. Actually 6th in the nation in free throw attempts as Rayvon Griffith, a leaner to end a 3-minute scoring drought.
And when you're down 14 like you are, the guys who are only playing limited minutes need to be able to step up and make an impact on the floor when they're on.
Walker again draws the double. Really good passing big. Coleman, the freshman, on the pivot, left hand, off the heel. Intimate the rebound.
Great job by Kent State that time, setting the double team earlier and making Chase Walker playing more away from the rim.
Medley too strong off the glass. Winner will face the winner of Wake Forest and Navy. That game in progress right now. Coleman spots up a 3. The 7th 3 for the Redbirds here in half number 1. 17-point lead, the biggest lead of the game. as the Redbirds on top here at home.
Progressive makes it easy to see if you can save money with a commercial auto quote online, so you can get back to your monster to-do list.
Super helpful.
See if you can save money at progressivecommercial.com.
Thank you.
Modelo tastes good, but that first degree in the family, Modelo. That promotion, Modelo. Or that traveled all day to surprise Abuela, Modelo. The one you earned is just better. That Modelo is the mark of a fighter.
You told us the Whopper is the best burger in America, when made right. So we got to work, focusing on every detail, like crisp produce and more than a quarter pound of flame-grilled beef. Because a perfect Whopper bite means perfecting everything, even down to what it comes in. This isn't some secret recipe, it's just your honest feedback. Thanks to you, the Whopper's never tasted better. There's a new king, and it's you.
Alvarez? Who's Alvarez?
Corporal Alvarez.
Corporal Alvarez. Well done. Thank you, sir.
They say there are 27 human emotions, and they all happen here. But it wouldn't be a business without every tap, scan, and unforgettable moment. That's where Comcast Business comes in, with a network powering over 30 venues across 10 professional leagues for over 50 million fans every year. Just like him. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Introducing Gatorade Lower Sugar. No artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial sweeteners, and 75% less sugar. Gatorade Lower Sugar. Hydrates better than water.
The Redbirds have been red hot from deep.
Well, how about 5 guys have made it 3? Walker, Kinzinger, Skunberg, and Coleman. It all starts with the ball movement and the extra pass. Illinois State is being unselfish in the half court. Guys are getting open opportunities, and they're knocking them down.
7 for 14 from 3 for Illinois State here in the first half. They average taking about 24 three-pointers per game, so already past the halfway point in terms of their season average of attempts per game. And Kent State, boy, they're just struggling, under 30% from the floor. Delrico Gillespie blocked by the 7-footer Brandon Lieb. Got it back, missed it short. Just 2 points here in the first half for Delrico Gillespie, who averages 18 points per game on the year.
Well, it was a good drop right there by Medley. If you're Gillespie, you got to go stronger than that. But Lieb's doing what he does. He leads the team in blocks. That's why he's out there on the floor, being a defensive presence.
Kinzinger off the screen. 5'11". Speedster, lightning quick on the dribble, gets the ball back. 5 to shoot. Landon Wolf from deep. Another one for Landon Wolf, his 3rd of the game.
Well, Eric, you just see the movement. Whenever they get stuck, they just continue to move, body and ball movement, and that's why they're getting these open looks, and they're knocking them down.
1 and done on that possession. 20-point advantage for the Redbirds.
Well, Kent State is doing the exact opposite on offense of what Illinois State is doing. Stagnant, 1 pass, 1 shot. It's hard to play like that.
Yep. Wolf underneath. Should start counting passes per possession for the Redbirds. Everybody touching it. Wolf again. Good outlet pass. Des Briscoe on the run out.
If you're Kent State, those are the opportunities you have to try to get. You have to be able to try to get good defense and then get out ahead of the defense of Illinois State and finish in transition. Get some more opportunities that way. Get yourself back in this game.
Just over 2 minutes to go, half number 1. Eric Rothman, Eric Devendorf with you at SEFCU Arena here in Normal, Illinois. Round number 1 of the NIT. Coleman from deep. Wolf climbing the ladder for the offensive board, and he's fouled.
How about Landon Wolf, Eric? He has just been on fire. The last one was a heat check, but he's been doing it from the outside, doing it on the inside. He's more than a shooter. He is an all-around player tonight.
Combination of Wolf and Walker, 24 points, 9 of 13 from the floor. And kind of saw it on that replay, but every time, whether it's been on Walker or Coleman, every time Kent State drops into a double team, the ping-pong passing of Illinois State has found an open three-point look.
And they've just been doing a really, really good job of ball movement and body movement. If a guy isn't on the ball, they're moving, they're exchanging, they're cutting, they're creating opportunities for their teammates. And you saw in this last possession, Kent State went to a little bit of a zone to try to mix it up. But I don't know how I feel about that if a team has 8 threes in the first half going to a little zone. It seems like they would get more opportunities to shoot the ball against the zone.
Rico Gillespie was going to his left, tried to finish with his right. Illinois State, talking about the ball movement, 11 assists on 14 made field goals. Ty Pence in the far corner.
Eric, you see Kent State, all their finishes to the rim are away from the basket. If you're 6'9", 240, you go to the basket strong.
Gillespie again, caught in no man's land and a turnover.
Well, that's a finish. That's a dribble, create your space, and then go up strong.
5 turnovers on Kent State. Wolf, little shovel shot.
How about Wolf running the floor, creating opportunities for himself? Great find by Coleman.
No doubt, 18 points in the first half for Landon Wolf to lead the way.
Modelo tastes good. But that post-double shift Modelo, that yard work's done Modelo, or that finally off your feet Modelo. The one you earned is just better. That Modelo is the mark of a fighter.
You told us the Whopper is the best burger in America, when made right. So we got to work, focusing on every detail, like crisp produce and more than a quarter pound of flame grilled beef. Because of
22-point lead for Illinois State. Final minute and 8 seconds to go here in half number 1. Kent State going inside to Rob Whaley Jr. They need more of that. Post touches, quick baskets, try to start chipping away at this lead. Illinois State led by Landon Wolf, who's got 18 points in the first half. He hasn't had more than 14 points in a game all season long. Coming out party here at the end of the year for Landon Wolf.
He doesn't want to go home. He wants to continue playing in this tournament, and he's doing a heck of a job for Illinois State tonight.
It has been all Illinois State since the jump. Kent State led when it was 6-4, and that was it. Sion Medley, a scoreless first half for one of the best point guards in the MAC.
It's just a bad possession right there for Kent State. There was no passes. You went right into the shot. The last possession, they went into the horn sets and got some better movement, but this whole first half has been stagnant, one pass shot for Kent State.
Standing ovation from the Redbirds faithful. Great performance here in the first half. Kicked out of bounds with 1.1 to go.
Eric, I'm going to tell you what Illinois State does a great job of. They do a great job of playing out of that short roll. They got guys in Pence and Walker who can really make decisions, catching it out of that short roll, and they've had a lot of success tonight.
Great ball movement, 12 assists, 15 field goals. Kinziger, as time expiring, a tough shot. Can't ask for much more if you're head coach Ryan Peden. Illinois State 8 for 20 from 3. Led by Landon Wolf and Chase Walker as they combine for 28 points. Kent State and Delrico Gillespie, they're going to have to find some answers in the locker room. A 45-25 lead at the break. Redbirds on top, round number 1 of the NIT.
Swing easy, King. Let the club do the work. Remember to rotate on the down. I'm easy. Gotta remember to keep your head down, LeBron. I'm easy.
Remember, nice and slow.
That is out of bounds. That's why I'm easy.
figure out how I can turn my love of basketball into success off the court.
Sports franchises are a business. You have facilities, you have contract rights, you can even be an accountant for a player. Still dreaming about your big idea? Visit joinaccountingplus.com.
Surprise! It's unlimited cash back, Gary. Peyton Manning. Surprise! Unlimited 2% cash back includes leaf blowers. Surprise!
No surprises. Just unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase.
This is the mark of a fighter. A rich, full-flavored lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. You've earned this, so hold it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Try Dr. Pepper Blackberry.
It's Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
We ride for Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream. What did she say?
She said Dr. Pepper Cherry is the bestest, boldest Dr. Pepper.
Now, just a doggone minute.
There's no finer flavor than Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
Thank you, Blackberry Raven.
Find your flavor.
At Wayfair, delivery and setup can be as easy as, well, doing nothing.
That was fast.
Room of choice delivery and fast expert setup. Wayfair, every style, every home.
Any pizza with any toppings for just $9.99 is Domino's best deal ever. Translation for basketball fans, it's like the GOAT of pizza deals. It's like down the baseline, through traffic, 360, double clutch, reverse, slam. Do I need to go on?
Domino's.
Imagine if I wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Prevention is critical. That's why I recommend Colgate Total.
It's 15 times more effective at fighting the root cause of oral health problems. Prevent problems before they start.
Why are homeowners so stressed? Breakdowns are expensive.
This is bad.
Luckily, AHS can protect items you use every day, no matter how old they are.
Yes.
American Home Shield. Sign up today at ahs.com.
We welcome you back to the National Invitation Tournament on ESPN. Halftime in our round one matchup between Kent State and Illinois State. And we're so excited for the first time college basketball will crown all men's champions in the same city in the same weekend. 4 incredible days at Lucas Oil Arena in Indianapolis will be the site of the Division I and Division III title games, the NIT semis and championship, and the NCAA Final Four and national champion. What a fantastic week of hoops it will be in Indianapolis, just a couple hours away from where we are in Normal, Illinois. First couple days of action in the NIT. Auburn, who trailed at the half against South Alabama, the number 1 seed in the tournament, coming back to win. They'll take on Seattle University in round number 2. Liberty taking off the 3 seed George Mason will play the winner of Nevada and Murray State. Keep an eye on Zach Cleveland for Liberty, one of the best passing big men in the country. And some upsets in the first round as well. UNCW taking out Yale by 1 point yesterday. And they will be taking on the winner of Dayton and Bradley. Dayton would be hosting that game if not for the first 4 of the NCAA tournament, taking over UD Arena. So that game at Bradley. And the winner of our game today will take on the winner of Wake Forest and Navy. Tulsa, UNLV on to the second round. Tulsa had to go to overtime to defeat Stephen F. Austin, and UNLV beating a really good UC Irvine team out of the Big West. And Wichita State and Oklahoma State, both seeded in this tournament, advance with wins over Wyoming and Davidson, respectively. We welcome you back to Normal, Illinois. That's Eric Devendorf. I'm Eric Rothman. And Eric, it's a great tournament every single year in the NIT, and obviously really cool that all of those different champions will be crowned in Indianapolis. And I'm just excited for more basketball. The longer we can keep this season going, the better.
Well, it's going to be a fun weekend in Indianapolis with all the divisions being there, and I think the committee did a great job with picking this NIT bracket, a good mixture of high major and mid-major, and you can see early on it's been super competitive, a lot of these games going down to the wire.
Yeah, really deep field and a lot of teams that want to be here, which is really important as well. All right, let's take a look at a few different players that you've been focusing on as this tournament starts.
Yeah, you see Juke Harris from Wake Forest, Keyshawn Hall from Auburn, and David Green from Tulsa. All 6'7", 220, big body forward wings who can really score the ball in a variety of ways. Obviously, all leaders of their team. These three guys are going to be a load for whoever they play going forward.
Yeah, Hall had 21 points, 6 rebounds yesterday in the win against South Alabama. Here's your picks for the NIT Final Four. Got some chalk up there, but Dayton may be a little sneaky team up in their Final Four picks for you.
Yeah, Dayton and Javon Bennett, he's averaging 16 points a game, and obviously Coach Grant, who has been there, is familiar with the NIT tournament. All these 4 teams are really good teams. We'll see if they hold going forward.
Hey, anything can happen in the NIT. A lot to play for, and always can give you momentum into next season as well. More between Kent State and Illinois State as we get set for the second half here in Normal, Illinois when we return.
Modelo tastes good, but that first degree in the family, Modelo. That promotion, Modelo. Or that traveled all day to surprise Abuela, Modelo. The one you earned is just better. That Modelo is the mark of a fighter.
You told us the Whopper is the best burger in America when made right. So we got to work, focusing on every detail, like crisp produce and more than a quarter pound of flame grilled beef. Because a perfect Whopper bite means perfecting everything, even down to what it comes in. This isn't some secret recipe, it's just your honest feedback. Thanks to you, the Whopper's never tasted better. There's a new king, and it's you.
They say there are 27 human emotions, and they all happen here. But it wouldn't be a business without every tap, scan, and unforgettable moment. That's where Comcast Business comes in, with a network powering over 30 venues across 10 professional leagues for over 50 million fans every year. Just like him. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
From the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power, the Ego 22-inch aluminum deck mower with Select Cut is the most powerful mower in its class, featuring an aluminum deck that allows for extreme blade speeds, producing the perfect razor-sharp cut. Designed for durability that's guaranteed for life. All powered by Ego's patented 56-volt arc lithium battery. One battery powers all tools. Find an Ego retailer near you.
Mom, Dad, it's not what you expected. You want me to get ahead, right? Well, I can be on the cutting edge in the military, alongside some of the brightest minds, really digging into what I'm into. I can see myself being great at this, and I think you will too.
Hey, can we talk?
Oh, just stress sweated through my 3rd set of scrubs. Totally normal. It's very healthy. I'm sure it's not a sign of emotional unraveling.
Not at all. It is a sign you need new Secret Clinical Antiperspirant with 3 times sweat protection.
But what if I have sensitive skin?
Secret is made with luxury skincare ingredients, like a unique hyaluronic acid complex, and actively strengthens your skin barrier with every use. For antiperspirant, there's also anti-irritation.
Thanks. Got a bunch. You must sweat a lot.
But you never know. Secret, stay fresher under pressure.
A dominant first half for the Illinois State Redbirds as they're up by 20 over Kent State here in round number 1 of the NIT. Eric and Eric back here with you in Normal, Illinois. And what the shooting barrage for Illinois State there in half number 1, especially from deep.
I mean, Illinois State did a great job offensively with ball movement, making the extra pass. 8 for 20 from the three-point line. They were never stagnant offensively. 5 guys have hit a 3 for Illinois State.
Yeah, and led by Landon Wolf, 18 points, 3 of 6 shooting from deep. You mentioned the ball movement. That was really key. 12 assists on 15 made field goals.
And the exact opposite of Kent State. Illinois State is just moving the ball. They're making the extra pass. Like we stated, 5 guys have made a 3-point shot, and it's been led by this guy, Landon Wolf, 3 points away from his career high of 21, and we still have a whole half to play. He started off by being aggressive, getting the dunk down the lane, and that really opened up his outside game. 18 points, 6 for 9, 3 of 6 from the three-point line, 100% from the free throw line, and oh yeah, he has 5 rebounds as well.
Not a bad first half for Landon Wolf, and you see the three-point shooting for Kent State just not there. 2 of 14. You talked about it, stagnant on the offensive end.
Yeah, they just got to get better ball movement. They got to get some off-the-ball movement. When it goes into the post and a double team, guys are just standing and looking. They got to get some cutters and some exchange on that weak side to create some more opportunities.
Yeah, Gillespie 2 points, Sion Medley 0 points. Not a great first half for Kent State. Still 20 minutes to figure it out as we get set for the second half here in Normal, Illinois. Illinois State and Kent State, round number 1 of the NIT, coming right up.
At Shields, we're runners just like you. We understand the dedication it takes to rise before the sun. Our experts are trained to share their knowledge and help you push limits. Whatever your goals may be, we'll find your perfect fit from training to race day. The road ahead is calling. Let's run together. Shields, come run with us.
Modelo tastes good, but that got the electrical working Modelo. That landed the trick Modelo. Or that can finally sit down Modelo. The one you earned is just better. That Modelo is the mark of a fighter.
Mom. Mom, I've looked into this. It's everything I want. Like a new way to challenge myself and do amazing things and make a big impact. I know this plan is new to you, but I know it's right for me. Hey, Mom, can we talk?
Oh, just stress sweated through my 3rd set of scrubs. Totally normal. It's very healthy. I'm sure it's not a sign of emotional unraveling.
Not at all. It is a sign you need new Secret Clinical Antiperspirant with 3 times sweat protection.
But what if I have sensitive skin?
Secret is made with luxury skincare ingredients, like a unique hyaluronic acid complex, and actively strengthens your skin barrier with every use. For antiperspirant, that's also anti-irritation.
Thanks.
Got a bunch?
You must sweat a lot.
But you never know. Secret, stay fresher under pressure.
See? These dishes are still dirty.
I got you. You need a detergent that cleans your dishes and your filter.
Filter?
Yep, this is the heart of your dishwasher. If it's all gunked up, your dishes won't get fully clean. Exactly. My go-to is Cascade Platinum Plus. Only these action packs have double the Dawn power, breaking down dried-on food and grease residue for a safe and effective clean, even on your filter.
Wow, what a difference.
Now we know. Yep, that's what I do. Cascade, Roto-Rooter recommended, safe for pipes.
We got a problem, okay? I just found out that 2 guys auditioned for the Mario Brothers. So? They're actual brothers, too.
Oh, no. Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, auditioning for the part of Mario.
And it's a me, Luigi Lie.
No, not doing that.
Power up, power up. Boing, 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 boing. Mario's brothers are here.
Our jobs are safe, don't worry. We're good.
Boing, boing.
That was something that no one had ever seen before, ever.
Well, we're ready to get the second half started here in Normal, Illinois. Eric Rothman, Eric Devendorf with you for NIT first round action for Illinois State The Redbirds taking on Kent State. A good year for the Golden Flashes, finished third in the MAC standings. Rico Gillespie, first team All-Conference and All-Defensive team member. Quinn White, key member of the All-Freshman team, and Morgan Safford, an honorable mention. And right now, they shot just 29% from the floor in half number one. Gillespie, Eric, was really stunted, only 2 points, and they got nothing out of their star point guard, Sion Medley. Coach Senderoff has to dial up something quick.
Well, they got to have better ball movement and body movement in the half-court offensively, but you got to credit Illinois State. They've been doing a good job of locking in defensively in the half-court and making it really tough for Kent State.
Kent State just 2 of 14 from 3. Rob Whaley tries his hand at a three-pointer, and it slips in. Rob Whaley, the first Kent State player in double figures with 10.
That's a way to start the half. Open shot, knocking it down. Hopefully you get some momentum. You have to be able to lock in on this side of the ball. They got to find the shooters this half, Eric.
There were a lot of them to find for Illinois State in that first half. Good drop off underneath Skunberg, missing the reverse layup. Whaley tracking down the rebound. It's kind of what Kent State did in their semifinal loss in the MAC tournament against Akron. They were trailing big, then came out in the second half, cut the lead down to 2. Were never able to overtake the Zips, but they showed some fight in the second half. An offensive rebound for Gillespie just popped out. Williamson fighting for it, lost the handle, and a kick out from the floor for Illinois State.
And if you're Gillespie, you got to go up stronger at the rim. You got to try to dunk that ball and be aggressive, at least get an opportunity at the foul line.
He averages 18 points, 11 rebounds on the year. Kinziger short on the 3. That's the 11th rebound for Delrico Gillespie, but only 2 points on the offensive end.
And I like the shot right there by Kinziger, but he had the extra pass to Skunberg in the corner.
Leon Medley continues to struggle, as the winner of this one will play now Wake Forest, a 10-point winner at home over Navy. So the region will go through Winston-Salem. The winner of this game will travel out east to North Carolina. Good Wake Forest team this year.
Kent has to figure a way how they can make defense and offense. They have to start creating turnovers and try to get easy opportunities at the rim. Or you can give it to your big defensive end or tight end and let them go with strong left hand. They have to just find ways to create easier looks. That whole first half, all the shots they had were hard shots.
Go inside a couple possessions in a row here to Rob Whaley Jr., guy who averaged 14.5 points, shooting 50% from the floor in the MAC tournament. Transfer from UNLV, but didn't play last year due to an injury. Joined his cousin Delrico Gillespie, who was already at Kent State. So a little reunification for these two. Delrico from your neck of the woods, and Rob Whaley's dad, Rob Whaley Sr., a guy you grew up watching play in Michigan.
Yeah, and I'm actually really good friends with Wilson Chandler, who's from Benton Harbor, and we were both looking up to Rob Whaley Sr., and obviously Wilson Chandler he had a heck of a professional career, 14 years in the NBA, and he was at DePaul for college, had an unbelievable career. But how cool it is to be able to play with your cousins at this high a level of basketball.
Absolutely. Landon Wolf missed the 3, the foul, and the rebound. We're already seeing Kent State be more aggressive defensively. They're starting to pick up guys at the half-court logo rather than waiting for the ball to go inside.
So in that first half, they were watching the pass instead of moving on the pass, and that's why Illinois State was able to get so many open opportunities.
Here's Wolf. Another three-pointer for Landon Wolf, tying a career-high 21 points.
So I'll tell you what, he had that first half, and he's going to play aggressive throughout the game. And you see him taking Rob Whaley away from the rim. Wolf has that advantage.
He's 4 for 9 from 3. Whaley step back, fade away, tough shot.
And you said it, it's just a tough shot. He gets the ball and everybody just stands and look at him. No off-the-ball movement, no cutters to the rim. It's hard to play like that.
Landon Wolf has been in the starting lineup for the last 11 games. Has seen his production go up since getting more minutes in the starting squad. Offensive rebound, Walker puts it up and in.
But who do you got to credit? Landon Wolf. He was the one who kept the play alive and got it to his teammate Walker. And if Walker gets that close to the rim, he's going to finish it.
Walker's got a dozen. But hands up top by Skunberg to knock it out of bounds.
And Eric, they're just playing better as a team, Illinois State. You see right there Walker doing a great job, just continuing to be physical, using that big body, finishing at the rim. But again, Landon Wolf, he kept the play alive, was able to get that ball to his teammate, who was able to finish at the rim.
Oh, good as Walker finishing through contact. I think you could call a foul on every time he touches the ball.
Well, at 280 pounds, I mean, you don't really want to get in that guy's way. But he's nimble. He's nimble as well. He's great with his feet and his hands, and he has soft touch around the rim.
Good passer as well. Whaley to Safford. 10 on the shot clock for Kent State. Safford gets a friendly roll. The problem now is Kent State's going to need a lot of stops on the defensive end. Get their offense going at the same time.
Well, they have to put some pressure on the ball right here, and it starts with Medley. You can't make it easy for this guy at the point of attack.
Wolf again. He's getting good looks. He's just got a quick trigger, too.
Well, you said it. It was a good look, right? They got another opportunity. Kent State is just a step slow on that side of the ball right now.
Gillespie fouled going into the lane. 4 minutes into the second half as Illinois State continues to roll. A career high 21 for Landon Wolf.
When you're a small business owner, your to-do list can be a lot.
Super helpful.
What are invoices?
Progressive makes it easy to see if you can save money with a commercial auto quote online, so you can get back to all your other to-dos.
Absolutely not.
Get a quote at progressivecommercial.com.
Swing easy, King. Let the club do the work. Remember to rotate on the down. I'm easy. Gotta remember to keep your head down, LeBron. I'm easy like remember, nice and slow. That is out of bounds. That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning.
Get tax expertise without hidden fees. Switch to a TurboTax expert for $150. All tax situations, all returns. $150 all in. No surprises. Now this is taxes.
A cleaned up mess will cost you less. Cause HEB has price cuts. And baby poo, that costs less too. Cause HEB has price cuts. You'll save lots more doing all those chores with HEB's new price cuts.
HEB has cut thousands of prices on the things you use most, from household essentials to cleaning products. So look for the tags and save.
No store does more for Texas.
This is the mark of a fighter. A rich, full-flavored lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. You've earned this, so hold it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
At Shields, we're runners just like you. We understand the dedication it takes to rise before the sun. Our experts are trained to share their knowledge and help you push limits. Whatever your goals may be, we'll find your perfect fit from training to race day. The road ahead is calling. Let's run together. Shields, come run with us.
Update of the Winston-Salem region of the National Invitation Tournament. Wake Forest, the number 1 seed in this quadrant, defeating Navy at home just a little bit ago. So the winner of our game will be traveling to Winston-Salem. Still one more game yet to be played in this section of the bracket, as Dayton will be in Bradley later on tonight on ESPNU. Typically, The seeded teams get to host, but Dayton, the UD Arena, is home to the first 4 of the NCAA tournament. So it's actually back-to-back years where Dayton would have hosted an NIT game, but they can't do it until, I believe, the quarterfinals once the first 4 has exited Dayton. Del Rico Gillespie, good hands and a good finish.
That's how you should finish at the rim if you're Gillespie. He had 4 missed layups under the rim, playing underneath the rim. That one, he was aggressive and played above the rim. An interesting stat, too, Eric. 7 offensive rebounds for Kent State, only 1 second chance point.
And they're not getting to the free throw line very much either. Only 6 free throws attempted for a team who's top 10 in the country in free throw attempts and makes per game. Minutes into the second half. Gillespie calling for the ball, but look how far out he's catching it. Four to shoot. Medley steps back, banks in the 3. Will the bucket count? The foul was off the ball. They're going to count the 3-pointer. It's a foul against Illinois State away from the play.
You see right there, that's how Gillespie needs to finish at the rim. And see Medley right there just hitting a tough shot. Hey, if you're down 14 points, you need some of those to go in. And
thank you. They're going to review the off-ball foul to see if the shot counted. That was Medley's first made field goal of the game. So he has just been struggling. The guy that averages 11 points per game on the year. One of the better offensive players for this Kent State team. So the foul was away from the play. It was, no, Gillespie was involved. I didn't see who the Illinois State player was. They actually called it on Skunberg, his second personal. So basket counts. We were not able to hear referee Gene Grimshaw, but the signal is the basket is good. They said Medley was in his shooting motion before the foul occurred. That's why the basket counts. And it'll be Kent State basketball on a 7-0 run now. And a chance to cut into this lead even further. Gillespie, he's getting aggressive against Walker. And it's Walker who's called for the foul. Walker took the shoulder to the chin and got called for the personal.
Well, if you're Gillespie, that's what you want to do. You want to be aggressive to the basket. You're going to get those foul calls when you're aggressive. But Gillespie, you just want to be a little bit lower and get that shoulder in his chest. He got caught standing up a little bit too high.
That's just an errant pass and a turnover for Gillespie. Yeah, one thing you're seeing with Gillespie, too, is where was this energy and the chip on his shoulder in the first half? He wasn't playing that aggressive. It was kind of letting Walker take his lunch money, and now starting to get a little ticked off, playing a little harder here in the second half.
He's doing a great job on the boards. Already 14 rebounds with 14 minutes left in the game, but he has to do a better job of being aggressive towards the rim and not falling away finishing the basket.
Kinziger squares up. Long rebound for Williamson. Still a 7-0 run in the 2-minute scoring drought for Illinois State. Can Kent State get Medley going after that banked 3-pointer? Gillespie settles for a mid-range jumper.
It's not the shot that Kent State wanted.
He's now 2 for 10 from the floor and a goaltend. As Gillespie came from behind the play, smacked it off the backboard, and called for the goaltend violation.
It's a great job by hustling back right here, but you see the ball was on the backboard. That's a goaltend. And for Kent State, again, getting back into the game, they have to be able to get some turnovers and try to get out in transition, or if they get stuck in the half court, they have to have better ball movement, and then when they see an opportunity, they have to be aggressive and take it.
Looking for Tyreek Coleman, who's now top 5 all-time freshman scoring in a single season for Illinois State. 5 points on the night for the freshman of Aurora, Illinois. Just not a lot going offensively for Kent State. Gillespie 2 for 10 from the floor. Medley 1 for 5. Safford 1 for 5 from 3. Medley trying to lean into contact. And his referees have been pretty stingy with the whistle, letting a lot of it play.
Yeah, you really didn't need to do all the extra stuff. Just go up there and finish the bucket.
Win Weidke in transition, had it tipped by Coleman out of bounds, and a turnover.
Yeah, Eric, that just looked like a slow shot. You know, he wasn't aware of the defender coming behind him. And you know he's a freshman, but he's really a sophomore now. He's played long enough for this year. He's an all-freshman team. Just have to have a little bit more of awareness in transition.
This is an opportunity for Kent State to chip into this lead too, because Illinois State, they were 8 for 20 from 3 at the half, and they're 1 for 8 from that distance here in the opening 7 minutes of the second half, and you know, still Kent State trailing by double digits. Coleman blowing by Whaley, and Whaley caught him with the block from behind.
Illinois State can't get into the same thing that Kent State is getting into and being snagged in, but it's a great job of attacking by Coleman, but it's a great recovery right there by Whaley getting the block from behind. They can get stops, but they have to be able to get something on the offensive side of the ball and chip at this lead, or chip at this deficit.
6 to shoot. Kinzinger. The free throw circle. Offensive rebound. Kai Pence ripped it down. Coleman underneath, too much.
Right idea, being aggressive, have to finish at the rim.
Not a great pass from Weidke. Even if Gillespie would have caught it, would have been underneath the hoop. And another turnover on Kent State. That is number 8 on them.
Kent State is just hurting themselves. They're doing a good job of getting stops right here, but then they come over on the offensive end. They're not getting good shots, good ball movement, or they're turning it over like that.
Kent State just can't capitalize, as Illinois State's made just 1 of their last 8. Meanwhile, Kent State's on a 2-minute and 11-second scoring drought. Push underneath on Gillespie.
Eric, I tell you one thing that Chase Walker does a really, really good job of, and that's sealing and getting good position. You see, Gillespie had to push him with 2 hands to try to get him further away from the basket. Chase Walker just too strong.
It's a 3rd foul on Gillespie. Walker kicked it out, corner. Landon Wolf, how about it? A new career high, 24 points on his 5th made 3-pointer.
And who made the play? Who made the decision in the short roll? Chase Walker.
Wolf called for the block underneath.
Wolf has been lights out, but how about Chase Walker getting it off the short roll in the free throw line area and being able to make a quick decision like that for a big man? That's pretty impressive. And Landon Wolf, we talked about having his career high tonight. He's having a heck of a game, being super aggressive.
3 assists for Chase Walker. I've been really impressed with his IQ. He's got the basketball head up, always looking around. He's drawn the double team and the contact more often than not, and he's continuing to make the right decision.
He was 2nd on the team in assists at really the center position.
Yep.
All right, he's just a really good decision maker, and they play through him a lot in that elbow free throw line area because he's able to make the right decision.
And Weidke, the freshman, talking with Kent State head coach Rob Sinderoff.
1 free throw, Dorico Gillespie.
See on Medley, talk about assists, the all-time leader for Kent State. He's got 6 of them here in this game. Still struggling, just 3 points. As Kinzinger hits the turnaround.
Let me tell you something right now, Eric, that's not going to show up in the stat sheet, and that was the screen by Landon Wolf. He was the one who got Kinzinger open on the pin down, able to come through and knock down that shot. But Landon Wolf, he is doing a little bit of everything tonight.
Yeah, Wolf and Walker have been the duo leading the Redbirds. offensive foul on Rob Whaley as, look who it is, Landon Wolf taking the charge. Wolf and Walker, there when you need them. As Illinois State up by 20 nearing the midway point of half number 2.
Progressive makes it easy to get a quick commercial auto quote online, so you can get back to all your other to-dos.
Didn't I say trim?
This is better.
See if you can save money at progressivecommercial.com.
My sister's kid.
This is the mark of a fighter. A rich, full-flavored lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. You've earned this, so hold it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
At Shields, we're runners just like you. We understand the dedication it takes to rise before the sun. Our experts are trained to share their knowledge and help you push limits. Whatever your goals may be, we'll find your perfect fit from training to race day. The road ahead is calling. Let's run together. Shields, come run with us.
It's your time to move things forward. U.S. Army Reserve.
They say there are 27 human emotions, and they all happen here. But it wouldn't be a business without every tap, scan, and unforgettable moment. That's where Comcast Business comes in, with a network powering over 30 venues across 10 professional leagues for over 50 million fans every year. Just like him. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Introducing Gatorade Lower Sugar. No artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial sweeteners, and 75% less sugar. Gatorade Lower Sugar. Hydrates better than water.
ABC and ESPN, your home for the NCAA Women's Championship. The madness begins Friday and the championship on Sunday, April 5th. All games on the ESPN app as well. Eric Rothman, Eric Devendorf here with you in Normal, Illinois. And Devo, you like the screen set by Landon Wolf before the break.
And most people are going to talk about Kinziger knocking down the shot, but I'm talking about Landon Wolf getting him that opportunity. He's been doing a little bit of everything tonight. Shooting the ball, going inside, rebounding, defending. You see him setting screens. That's what really, really good teams do. They do the little stuff that creates opportunities to make shots and make good plays.
Head coach Ryan Peden talked to us earlier today. He said, you know, we got good consistency. We got the 5th most returning points per game in the country from our team a year ago. And, you know, one of those guys is Landon Wolf. And it's another three-pointer. This time, Landon Moore knocks it down. But you see that cohesiveness in this Illinois State.
And I think a big thing is this Illinois State team is buying what Coach Peden is selling.
For sure.
They're buying into his culture and what he's implementing, and you can really see it out here.
Gillespie, turnaround, tough shot. Walker, another rebound.
And you said it, you're not going to be able to get back into the game shooting those type of shots.
Moore underneath. And a whistle. He'll go to the free throw line. No field goals for Kent State in the last 4 minutes. As Illinois State reaching their largest lead of the game at 23. Winner will take on Wake Forest in Winston-Salem in round number 2. Dayton and Bradley, the other game in this quadrant of the bracket.
Eric, how about the difference in shots between Kent State and Illinois State? You see the tough fadeaway shot right there. on one end, and then you come down here, you see Kinzinger hitting more with the back door, getting an easy opportunity at the rim, foul, and an opportunity to make foul shots. But that's the difference. Kent State shooting really hard shots, and Illinois State is getting good looks at the rim and getting better opportunities.
Yeah, nothing has been comfortable for Kent State in this entire game. They've looked burdened on the offensive end.
And you know what? Illinois State came in with a great game plan, and they're executing.
Bragging rights on the line for these two coaches. They say they talk to each other all the time, really good friends.
Well, even right there, you see Safford, he didn't cut hard. It was a soft cut, which allowed the Illinois State to get in the passing lane.
Wolf with numbers. And the free throw line be Mason Claybo, the freshman from Fargo, North Dakota, former Mr. Basketball in that state.
It's just a huge difference in the effort and the energy and the intensity. We talked about really a halfway cut right there by Safford, and then you see Claybo sprinting full speed down the court, and what does that do? It gives him an opportunity at a layup and a chance to knock down 2 free throws.
So much of it at this point in the year, you know, is the motivation. Do we want to keep playing? How hard do we want to keep playing? And you know, unfortunately, when you were playing, you played in an NIT game tournament when you were at Syracuse, and it was just kind of automatic. You wanted to keep playing. You wanted to extend your season. Didn't matter how things were going. If you got a chance to play extra games, you wanted to take it. And I'm not saying that these players on the floor for Kent State don't want to be here. That's not the case at all. But, you know, it's a different motivating factor with this generation than maybe it was for yours.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you see Williams knock down the three-point shot. The difference at this level is just energy and effort, right? Everyone's skilled and really good at this level. But the separator is how hard you're playing, how hard you're competing 40 minutes.
It's been all Illinois State. Claybo knocks down the three and gives a point to Johnny Kinzinger. It says, thank you very much for the assist.
I'll tell you what, 12 of 31 from the three-point line. But they're getting these opportunities because guys are coming off the handoff hard. They're cutting hard. They're making the defense react, help a little bit, which in turn is getting looks at the rim.
6 guys with a made three for Illinois State. Safford turns right into a double team. Good hands by Rob Whaley.
They need a little bit more of that. It may be too little, too late, but Safford, when you're driving, be aggressive so the defense reacts, and it'll open opportunity for your teammate, as you see right there with Whaley finishing.
Offensive foul against Illinois State. That was, you know, one thing that was pretty apparent in the semifinal loss from Kent State against Akron was when Sion Midley went out with the foul trouble, Safford was forced to be more of a ball handler, just not something he's super comfortable doing, more of a drive and kick spot-up shooter, likes to sit out on the wing, and you saw it there on that last play. He's driving the lane. That's just not really where he's comfortable maneuvering.
Well, is he capable of making plays? Yes, he's capable, but he's used to having guys set him up, and then he could just play off a closeout, catch and shoot, or get into his dribble penetration. And you see right here, Widekey now handling the ball and just has to make good decisions with the ball and not let it stick.
That's a good backdoor cut. It's a good job by Safford and good communication with Whaley.
And I'll tell you what, Whaley's a heck of a passer as well.
3 assists for Rob Whaley Jr.
Love Walker's patient. He's never in a rush. He's never forcing anything. It seems like he's always making the right decision with the ball.
There are 8 minutes to go. Avon Griffith along 2.
And Eric, really, that's not his game right there. Now really for Illinois State, they can really execute their offense, slow it down a little bit. They don't have to rush anything. They don't have to take bad shots.
3 seconds on the shot clock, and Walker just rains one in. A southpaw has 17 points on 7 of 9 shooting.
I'll tell you what, Safford with a great aggressive drive, but it might be too little too late. Illinois State dominated it.
Modelo tastes good. But that post-double shift Modelo, that yard work's done Modelo, or that finally off your feet Modelo. The one you earn is just better. That Modelo is the mark of a fighter.
You told us the Whopper is the best burger in America, when made right. So we got to work, focusing on every detail, like crisp produce and more than a quarter pound of flame-grilled beef. Because a perfect Whopper bite means perfecting everything, even down to what it comes in. This isn't some secret recipe. It's just your honest feedback. Thanks to you, the Whopper's never tasted better. There's a new king, and it's you.
Mama, look.
It's just like our new house.
Warranty. I hope you have an American Home Shield warranty. Leaky toilet? Fixed. Clogged AC coils? Fixed. Oven beyond repair? Ta-da! If AHS can't fix your covered item, they'll replace it, no matter its age.
A warranty is smart.
Oh, a happy family.
Is that us?
Too much. American Home Shield. Sign up today at ahs.com.
They say there are 27 human emotions, and they all happen here. But it wouldn't be a business without every tap, scan, and unforgettable moment. That's where Comcast Business comes in, with a network powering over 30 venues across 10 professional leagues for over 50 million fans every year. Just like him. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Introducing Gatorade Lower Sugar. No artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial sweeteners, and 75% less sugar. Gatorade Lower Sugar. Hydrates better than water.
.38 seconds to go. We're on the 1 yard line, 4th down. We call timeout. You want Philly?
That's it.
This isn't the play of the game, folks. This is the play of the season.
Well, Eric, the three-point shooting of Illinois State continues to be the story here in this one.
12 for 32 from the three-point line, and the offense has just had a flow really the whole game. They're making the extra pass, they're setting really good screens, and that's what is allowing Illinois State to get these open opportunities, and they're doing the rest, knocking them down.
This was the shooting performance they didn't get in the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament when they lost to Northern Iowa. Illinois State shot 15% from three in that game, just 32% from the floor. And, you know, it was really Northern Iowa who had 21 assists on 29 made field goals. That was the one moving the ball around, getting the better shots. Illinois State flipping the script here in their first round game of the NIT. Up 68-44. Eric Rothman, Eric Devendorf here with you in Normal, Illinois. Seth Q Arena. Winner will take on Wake Forest in round number 2. Wake Forest, one of the 4 1 seeds in the tournament this year. Kent State, a team who averages 85 points per game on the year. Right now, if the game were to end, this would be the lowest field goal percentage as a team that they have had since the non-conference schedule when they had a loss against Purdue. That was back in December. So just an uncharacteristically bad shooting day for Kent State.
If you watch Illinois State defensively this whole game, the weak side has always been there. They've never been late. They've been doing a really good job of loading up on that mid-post catch. Obviously right there, Safford did a great job of attacking the basket, but Illinois State is making it tough this whole game.
We'll be back in 30 seconds. 68-44, Illinois State up.
Everyone has free offers on the latest phones, but T-Mobile gives you a lot more. T-Mobile families save over $3,700 versus the other big guys. And our experience plans include amazing benefits, plus our 5-year price guarantee. Switch to T-Mobile and save on a big scale.
This is the mark of a fighter. A rich, full-flavored lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. You've earned this, so hold it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Arby's Meat in 3 Box includes your choice of classic roast beef or crispy chicken, and now you can also get the Big Crispy Fish Sandwich. So get your choice of meat and 3 sides, all for just $7.99.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors. Easy to apply for the whole family. Vicks VapoStick. And for on-the-go Vicks vapors, try Vicks Vapo Inhaler.
They say there are 27 human emotions, and they all happen here. But it wouldn't be a business without every tap, scan, and unforgettable moment. That's where Comcast Business comes in, with a network powering over 30 venues across 10 professional leagues for over 50 million fans every year. Just like him. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
It's more than love at first sight. I want a Sunday kind of love.
NWSL Sundays on ESPN and streaming on the ESPN app.
Hockey is here. The Spinoramas, here. Intensity coming in hot, here. The final playoff push and the Stanley Cup final. Oh, it's here, baby, on ESPN.
Introducing Verts. Swipe for news and highlights. Now available on the ESPN app.
6:51 to go here in regulation. Illinois State on top, 68-44 at home. And if this turns out to be the final home game of the year for Illinois State, these fans have gotten quite the treat as the Redbirds offense has exploded here against Kent State. Eric Rothman, Eric Diefendorf here with you at CEFCU Arena. Career high 24 points for Landon Wolf. Chase Walker working on a double-double type of evening, 17-7. Kinzinger has been good as well, 7 assists, moving the ball around for the team's leading assist man. Tyreek Coleman, the freshman, has 7 now.
Should have been an and one. He was grabbing his hip the whole way, Medley. But going back to what you were saying, you see Coleman with the steal, drawing the foul. Offensively and defensively, Illinois State has been locked in. Offensively, ball movement, they're playing with pace. And then defensively, they've been loading up, locked in, being active. And see right here, Coleman just being aggressive to the rim. And when you're aggressive to the rim, you're either going to make it or you're going to get fouled. And an opportunity for 2 free throws for Coleman.
20 assists on 24 made field goals for Illinois State. They're 12 for 32 from 3, shooting 44% from the floor overall. Only turned it over 3 times. They are winning the rebounding battle by 5. They're also winning the offensive rebounding battle, and that was a key for Coach Peden coming into this one. For as good as Kent State is, #1 in the MAC in offensive rebounds per game, he said if we can win that, that's going to be one of the biggest keys. And they're winning it by 1 in the offensive rebounding category so far.
Another thing they're doing a really good job of is keeping Kent State off the free throw line. Only 8 attempts. They average 19 makes on the year.
Sion Nedlick, excuse me, that is Jahari Williamson hitting the three. It's Kent State 6 for 20 from deep. And backcourt violation as Coleman and his heel go over the midcourt line.
In this last 5:48 of the game, that's exactly how Kent State has to play defense. They have to get up, pressure the ball, get in the passing lanes, and make every single offensive possession tough for this Illinois State team.
Chance Walker back into the game.
Right now, you see the spacing for Kent State. Everybody's together. Can't play like that offensively. It's a good take right there by Williamson.
Williamson, you're right. That was a good take. 11 points for Jahari, the junior from Ontario, Canada. Walker gets his positioning. Left hand going over the top.
That one he got caught going away from the rim.
Good seal by Gillespie underneath. Still couldn't finish though.
He's had probably 4 or 5 of those around the rim that he hasn't been able to finish.
He's 2 for 12 from the floor. Getting frustrated.
See right here, Medley doing a good job probing and finding Williamson, who just does a great job of being aggressive on the straight line drive and finishing. And need more of that simplified offense for Kent State and more lockdown defense on this end.
One of the great things about NIT is you see different styles from different teams across the country, and styles make fights. And Illinois State is one of the best scoring defenses in the country, averaging just 68 points per game given up to opponents. Meanwhile, Kent State, one of the more prolific offensive teams in the MAC at 85 points per game. And right now, Illinois State winning that battle.
And I think you hit it on the head. The contrast of styles, guys aren't really familiar with each other. Well, that's what makes this tournament so competitive. These teams coming in not really knowing much, only having a couple days to scout. You see Illinois has just done a great job on both ends of the floor tonight.
Loose ball on the rebound, and we'll stay with Kent State. 4:03 to go. Again, the winner will take on Wake Forest in Winston-Salem. Wake Forest winners over Navy in round number 1 earlier tonight. I was so excited to see how excited Navy was to make the NIT when they got their auto berth, putting it out on social media, even before the official NIT announcements were made. That's what we want to see. We want to see some of these schools that don't necessarily have the postseason pedigree maybe of power conference teams. As Walker, the steal and the finish for the big man.
And how about Walker? That's 280 pounds right there, getting out in the open floor and finishing. But again, it just goes to show you the defensive effort that Illinois State, they're doing it 1 through 5 right now. Walker getting out, finishing in transition.
Using all the thrusters for liftoff on that one. As foul up top, called on Illinois State.
It's been all Illinois State tonight. Coleman with a little bit of pace, and they'll get right by you and finish at the rim. Illinois State up big.
This is the mark of a fighter. A rich, full-flavored lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. You've earned this, so hold it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
From the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power, the Ego 22-inch aluminum deck mower with Select Cut is the most powerful mower in its class, featuring an aluminum deck that allows for extreme blade speeds, producing the perfect razor-sharp cut. Designed for durability that's guaranteed for life. All powered by Ego's patented 56-volt arc lithium battery. One battery powers all tools.
Find an Ego retailer near you.
Mom, Dad, it's not what you expected. You want me to get ahead, right? Well, I can be on the cutting edge in the military, alongside some of the brightest minds really digging into what I'm into. I can see myself being great at this, and I think you will too. Hey, can we talk?
Oh, it's mesmerizing.
I can't look away.
Cleaning that greasy mess?
And not even scrubbing.
Well, fluff my feathers.
Dawn Platinum is bringing it.
You know it. It cuts through the grease better than their old dish soap.
Keep quacking.
Platinum breaks down the slimy stuff it would leave behind, removing 99% of grease and food residue. That's why only Dawn is trusted to save wildlife.
Yeah.
I'd fly south for a clean like that.
Dawn Platinum, the better grease getter.
It's just me and you, girl.
Old Spice turned our boys to men. Although we've come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. Give me that Old Spice. Look how tall you got. It's Old Spice's fault.
Talked a lot about the older guys on this Illinois State team, but Devo, how about the freshman Tyreek Coleman making an impact?
I really like this young fella, Coleman. He's a guy who can go get a bucket, a broken down play, end of the shot clock. You could give him the ball, and he's going to make something out of nothing. This kid right here has a bright future. He's confident. He can score the ball. He can make plays. Really, really like Coleman and what he's doing for this Illinois State team.
10 points tonight, but you see where he ranks all time as freshman marks for Illinois State. It's part of building that culture. We talked about Coach Peden retaining all that talent from a year ago, which is not easy to do these days, especially in conferences like the Missouri Valley or the MAC, where the bigger conferences are poaching guys left and right. So it's not easy to retain talent. And then when you get freshmen in, you know, the impact guys, you know, tend to get a lot more attention. Now you got to recruit your own guys. You don't want them to leave. And setting that foundation like Coach Peden has, I think, is why these guys are staying.
And let's not get it mixed up. He's probably going to get some attention from some high-level schools, but Coach Peden has done a great job of building this culture, and it looks like Coleman is buying in, and he's a guy that you can really build with, and I think he'll continue to build with him in the coming years.
Whalen Jr. missing the three. Penn State shooting just 33% from the floor in this game. Illinois State fans, pretty good turnout here on a weeknight. They've been loud and getting into it. With the football team up in the stands, taking their shirts off. You know, got a little bit of everything.
This is the last time they're going to be able to see their Illinois State team play in front of them. They came out, they supported, they're loud. That's what you want from a home crowd.
Well, I'll tell you what, maybe if they make it to the semifinals, it's not that far of a drive from Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, 2.5 hours. So a little road trip to Indy if the Redbirds make it that far.
A lot of history in that arena.
No doubt about it.
It's a guy that we haven't talked about a lot tonight is Ty Pence, but another glue guy, utility guy. Illinois State has so many guys that really just compete at a high level and play really, really hard. He's another one of them.
And I think that's, if you were to talk to Coach Senderoff from Kent State, you know, and he was pretty candid with us about it earlier today, is, you know, they do lack that depth on the bench that Illinois State has. It was really apparent in that semifinal loss against Akron in the MAC championship. And Coach Senderoff, listen, he's great. You mentioned how many 20-win seasons he has. 2 times he's taken Kent State to the NCAA tournament. 15 years with the program as Jack Doherty hits another 3 for Illinois State.
It was hard when you got guys continually coming at you. Stafford knocking down the 3, but a guy like Doherty, who was shooting 47% from the three-point line last year, not as much this year, but he's still a guy that's capable and is a threat out on the floor.
He is is now the 7th different Redbird to make a three-pointer in this game.
How about him just coming off the bench? Really hasn't played a lot at all, but next man up mentality. He's ready, he's prepared. Comes in and knocks down a shot.
A couple of the starters go out for a round of applause. Final 140. Illinois State traveling to Winston-Salem to take on Wake Forest in the second round of the NIT. Doherty again. Wolf still going for the rebound. He takes out a couple stools next to the bench, still hustling hard.
You're up 20 points and you're still diving for the loose balls. That's just what type of player Landon Wolf is.
Really see it from this whole Illinois State team. I've been really impressed here, Devo.
How about getting these guys who don't get a lot of playing time, some NIT experience, some postseason play? I mean, what a heck of an experience for these guys.
We see it every year how the NIT is a springboard to success. I mean, look at St. Louis. St. Louis was an NIT participant last year, and a top 25 team this year under Josh Schertz in the NCAA tournament. You can use the NIT as a way to give you momentum.
No more Marquietas, please.
I ain't those. They still pretty though. It's not even hitting that hard though. Right now, I got active. Let go of my hair. Let go of my hair.
The queen is here. The queen is here. The queen is here. The queen is here.
No more Marquietas.
The queen is here. The queen is here. The queen is here. Don't swing on me. Please don't swing on me. Yeah, you will. Nasty. Definitely.
Oh.